What's up, the John Squad? This is Champion here, your YouTube World Heavyweight Champion team, and I'm coming to you with my WWE Monday Night Raw review for October 1st, 2018. So let's do this. So we kicked off WWE Monday Night Raw last night with Dean Ambrose, and he gets interviewed in the ring by Charlie Caruso. And Dean says that there is a lot of things of what Dolph and Drew said. And Charlie Caruso asked him about him leaving the Shield, and he said sure that people are saying things why he says about turning on the Shield, and this says about that stuff, and he looked for the perfect thing that he doesn't know when the time is going to come when he turns on the Shield, but then he says that the Shield is a brotherhood and that we will always be better together. So that's what he says. So then Baron Corbin comes out and gives Dean Ambrose three options. His three options were this: that he can either face Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. The second option was he can either face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, or he can face Braun Strowman. So then Dean Ambrose says this to him: how about I just face you, Baron Corbin? So then he says, no, I'd rather you face Braun Strowman. So that leads to the first match. So the first match on Raw was Dean Ambrose versus Braun Strowman. And the winner was Braun Strowman by disqualification, because during the match, Roman Reigns comes out and attacks Braun Strowman to cause the DQ. Then Seth Rollins comes out and joins in with Roman Reigns and attacks Braun Strowman. Then Baron Corbin comes out and sets a match for later on tonight between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and makes a match for right now for Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler. So then the second match we had on Raw was Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler, and the winner was Roman Reigns. And boy, that match was just awesome too. And then the third match on Raw was Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott, and the winner was Rowdy Ronda Rousey. That is right. So the next match on Raw was Bobby Roode with Chad Gable versus Connor, and this was glorious. And the winner was one half of the Ascension's Connor, and I'm surprised that one half of the Ascension's winning matches Connor. Man, I'm surprised, man. The Ascensions are actually picking up matches, wins after wins, so that's just surprising right there. Let me just tell you. So the fifth match on Raw was the B Team, go, versus the Revival, and the winner was the B Team. After the match, the Authors of Pain come out and attack the B Team. And by the way, it was Curtis Axel's birthday yesterday, so fortunately got attacked, and then the Authors of Pain do their thing, the Stave Kleber, and that's what happens there, and that's him. So another match on Raw was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, and during the match, Dolph Ziggler comes running out to the ring and distracts Seth Rollins from picking up a win, and the winner was Drew McIntyre. So then what happens is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre beat down on Seth Rollins, right? So then what happens next? Roman Reigns comes out and joins in with the Roman Reigns starts to get beat down, but then Braun Strowman comes out and starts to attack Roman Reigns, but then Dean Ambrose comes running out with the kendo sticks and whams Braun Strowman in the stomach with the kendo stick, but then Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre just beat down on the Shield, and the Shield try to bow back, but then all else fails, and all the Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre are all doing their fist in the middle, and that's what happens. Then that's what happens. And the next match on Raw was okay, so before I got into this match, I thought this was just a funny thing, because Elias and Kevin Owens cut a promo and triggered the Seattle crowd about them not having a basketball team anymore, about about the Seattle Supersonics not there anymore, and about them leaving to go to Oklahoma. And then they talk about John Cena, and the Seattle crowds just like keep booing them during the whole time, like boo, boo, and it was just hilarious. Elias getting booed with Kevin Owens, and I just thought it was just hilarious. And then the next match we had on Raw was Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens, and the winner was Kevin Owens. Then Elias and Kevin Owens beat down on Bobby Lashley after the match, and they also beat down on Lio Rush, and that's what happens in that Simonson. Another match we had on Raw was Bayley with Finn Balor versus Alicia Fox with Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh, and the winner was Bayley. So then the final part we had on Raw was Shawn Michaels, and he talks about the last time ever, and then he talks about the WWE Super Showdown that's happening this Saturday, and then he talks about how The Undertaker made it personal, where he wanted his opinion, his answer, and that's why he wanted to pick Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and he never turned his back on Triple H. That's what Shawn Michaels says, and then he wanted to sit there as a fan, and that's what he said. He wanted to buy a trip to basically Shawn Michaels just said he wanted to buy a trip to buy an airplane ticket to Australia and just go watch the event as a fan with everyone else. But then Undertaker is going to have Kane in his corner, and he's going to have Triple H is going to have Shawn Michaels in his corner, so that's what Undertaker wanted. And so then Shawn Michaels says this is that Kane, if you somehow get involved, I'm going to sweet chin music you, and that's what happened. So then Kane shows up from behind and then uppercuts Shawn Michaels. Then the Undertaker shows up, tries to tombstone Shawn Michaels, but then Triple H comes out and makes a save and starts to attack the Undertaker and Kane. So then the Brothers of Destruction chokeslam Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and then the Undertaker finally just sends a message to Triple H and just tombstone him, and that's what ends WWE Monday Night Raw. So the Brother of Destruction's walking out of the Monday Night Raw arena. So that's what happens to end that. So, that was a lot to talk about. So that about covers my whole WWE Monday Night Raw show. Apparently that does, and that was a lot. So once again, the John Squad, please like this video, leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more. You're all the best of John Squad. You're all one of a kind. Love each and every single one of you guys. You all mean a lot to me. When you subscribe, you become a champion here on my channel. Subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell on your notifications app so you never miss an upload on my videos every day, and of each and every single one of you all. Peace out, the John Squad. I love you guys. And man, can't believe we're in October. It's October 2nd, but can't believe we're in October. So peace.